All right, so my box is here with my new parts. And Summit has sent me new gaskets to make up for the incorrect ones I got before. Send the other ones back defective. Unfortunately, the box isn't in great shape, so I hope my gaskets aren't damaged, but let's open it up here. And I went with Velcro bolts because they should be sufficient for what I'm going for. And I don't plan on having head gasket problems, so I didn't ever plan on having to take them back off again. But these are the new gaskets. And we'll show you the difference and why these ones are going to work and the other ones did not. Make sure they didn't get damaged here first, which they look pretty good. All right, so with these steel shim gaskets that were supposed to fit, you can see this print of the seal for the coolant runs straight across the bottom on both sides of the gasket. They're labeled front and rear because they want the water to go through the block and then come up through the back of the cylinder head and come across the cylinder head to cool more evenly. There's a couple steam holes in between the cylinder head gasket, or in between the block and the cylinder head, to allow some water to come through, but they want the majority of the water to come all the way to the rear cylinder and then from there come all the way to the front of the head. And it exits the head through this hole, and this hole's blocked off in the rear of the block. The difference with my head, my cylinder head has this notch cut into it, which for all intents and purposes makes no sense and doesn't appear to do anything at all, but that's how they manufactured them back in '99 till I guess 2001. It's possible that you have a cylinder head that looks that way. So I will screenshot this. This is the solution gasket. So we can see it a little better, and you can actually see the print on the gasket runs up close to the cylinder bore on both of these, so that way when you flip it over, it doesn't matter where the notch is on the head, because obviously the notch is going to be at one of those 2 points depending on which side of the engine you have it on. But running this little notch to allow the gasket, so with this new gasket, instead of having a straight line coolant seal that ran across here, which you can actually see on the head, came across about right there, allowing coolant to come from these two holes and just flow out of the side of the head. This cylinder head, this cylinder head gasket now comes up around that corner and comes up around closer to the cylinder. So regardless of whether or not you're running this on a head with this or without it, it's going to seal the coolant ports just like the same. So this is the repair that I need to make to get my coolant to stop leaking. And I wish they wouldn't have labeled these gaskets as fitting, because I was unaware of this until now. So hopefully, if you're seeing this and you're working with one of these heads that has that notch, you catch this problem before I did, and you don't have to take your engine back apart and waste a bunch of time. But I just wanted to show you exactly what the difference was and why my head leaked. It was the printing of the gasket and how it was made. And again, you can read I'll pop it up one more time if you want to pause it, the solutions page. It explains basically exactly what happened. This gasket will now fit from 1999 to 2007, as opposed to this gasket, which is designed for the 2002 and up cylinder head. They made this one that goes all the way back to 99, and for some reason they labeled this one going back to 99, and it does not work. So I have thoroughly tested that product to determine that it's not going to work on this engine, which we're going to laugh about. Ha ha ha. Yep, this is what we need. We're going to get it put together.